You are the poetry that fills my heart with every beat, the words that drift through the quiet chambers of my soul. In the vast emptiness of the world, where silence reigns, and the mundane whispers of life echo, your presence is the verse that turns every moment into a song. Your laughter, a melody that resonates deeper than the most beautiful sonnet. And your smile, a line of poetry that carries the weight of all the unspoken desires of the world. When I first met you, I had no idea that your essence would become the rhythm of my life, a constant hum in the background of my thoughts. Your touch, gentle as the verses of a well-loved poem, stirs the very core of me, bringing forth emotions I thought were long buried beneath layers of time. You are my poetry, not just in the way you speak or the way you love, but in the very nature of your being, a living, breathing work of art. There are moments when I find myself lost in the simplicity of you, caught in the quiet spaces between your words, where meaning dwells without need of explanation. You are the lines of a poem that can be read 1,000 times yet never lose their depth. Each glance from you is like a stanza written in the language of my heart, and every shared silence between us is a verse that speaks more than words ever could. The way you move through the world with grace and purpose, each step a line etched into the narrative of our shared existence, fills me with awe. I find that in your presence, my own story transforms, turning into something more profound, more beautiful, more meaningful. Your love is the poetry that illuminates the mundane, turning the simplest moments into a collection of verses that I want to memorize, that I want to live within for as long as time will allow. You are my poetry in every sense of the word. Each day with you feels like a new chapter in a book I never want to end. There are times when I think I've understood the entirety of your essence, only to discover new verses hidden beneath the surface, waiting for me to uncover them. Every experience shared with you, every smile exchanged, every touch felt, is like a word added to the lines of a poem that continues to evolve, always growing and never stagnating. With you, life is a story written in stanzas, each line filled with love, passion, and the beautiful rhythm of two souls intertwining. Even in our moments of disagreement or challenge, you are the poem that teaches me how to grow, how to adapt, and how to love in ways I never thought possible. I find myself constantly amazed by how you turn even the most ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences, filling them with meaning and purpose. You are the poetry that makes me believe in the magic of the world again. In your eyes, I see the reflection of a love that is as old as time itself. A love that flows like a river of words, gentle yet unstoppable. You are the muse that inspires the verses of my heart, the one who stirs the ink within me to create something beautiful, something lasting. Every touch from you is a line that deepens the connection between us. Every kiss a verse that seals our love in ways that transcend language. The words we speak may fade away, but the poetry we create together is eternal, written in the fabric of time itself. I am constantly in awe of how your love transforms the world around us, how it changes the very air we breathe, how it turns the simplest moments into something poetic. With you, I am learning that love is not just a feeling, but a creation, something we both make day by day with every action, every word, every breath. The Way You Love is the most beautiful poem I've ever read. It is a poem that begins with the simplest of lines, a look, a touch, a word, and grows into something far more profound with every passing day. Your love is both gentle and fierce, tender and passionate, a harmony of contradictions that somehow makes perfect sense when we are together. You have a way of making even the most difficult moments feel like part of a greater, more beautiful narrative, a story that is uniquely ours. I find myself tracing the lines of your love like a reader savoring the words of a beloved poem over and over again, each reading bringing new meaning, new understanding, new depth. You are the poetry that elevates my existence, the rhythm that guides me through life, and the verse that inspires me to be better, to love more fully, and to embrace the beauty of the world. In every touch, I feel the verses of a love song that plays softly in the background of our lives, a melody that we both know by heart. The way you speak to me is like the rhythm of poetry, the cadence of your voice, a gentle reminder that we are both part of something much larger than ourselves. There is a quiet power in your words, a strength in the way you love that fills me with a sense of peace and purpose. It is in the way you look at me, the way you hold my hand, the way you laugh. All of it is poetry in motion. And with each passing day, I find myself falling deeper into the verses of our shared love story, unable to resist the beauty of the world we are creating together. You are my poetry, and I will spend my life writing with you, crafting a masterpiece that will echo through the ages. There are days when I feel as though I am drowning in the depths of your love, overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the emotions you stir within me. But even in those moments, I know that I am exactly where I need to be, lost in the poetry of our love. It is in these moments of surrender that I realize that love, in all its forms, is a poem. Sometimes joyful, sometimes sorrowful, but always rich with meaning. And you, my love, are the poet who weaves these verses, creating a tapestry that surrounds us both. I am but a humble reader, absorbed in the words you have written with your heart. And yet in this exchange, I find my own voice, my own rhythm, my own lines of poetry that merge with yours. Together we are writing a love story that will never be forgotten, a poem that will resonate throughout time. You are the inspiration behind every verse I write, the muse who stirs the words within me to life. Before you, I did not know the true meaning of poetry. I thought it was something that existed only on the pages of books, something that others created. But now, with you, I understand that poetry is something we create together, something that flows between us like a river, constantly evolving and growing. The beauty of it is that we are both a part of it, both contributors to the narrative that we are writing with our love. And just as poetry has the power to stir emotions and awaken the soul, so too does your love. It is the greatest work of art I will ever know, the most profound and meaningful creation I will ever witness. You are my poetry, and with you I am complete. There is a quiet magic in the way you love, an enchantment that surrounds us both and fills the spaces between us with meaning. Your love is the poetry that lifts me up when I am down, the verse that calms my restless heart. Even in the darkest moments, when the world feels heavy and uncertain, your love remains a constant, a reminder that there is beauty to be found in every part of life. You have taught me that poetry is not just about words, but about the way we live, the way we love, and the way we find meaning in the world around us. With you, I have discovered a new way of being, a new way of loving, and I am forever grateful for the poetry that is you.